Hey everyone, and welcome back to Episode Breakdown. I'm Oliver, and today we're diving into the absolute pressure cooker of an episode that is The Last Frontier, Episode 6, The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our breakdowns. This episode picks up immediately after that heart-stopping cliffhanger, and folks, it does not let up for a single second. Fairbanks is dark, cold, and descending into chaos. So grab your emergency lanterns because we're breaking down the immediate aftermath, a terrifying new villain, and a conspiracy twist that completely flips the script on this entire season. So the power is out, town-wide. And this isn't just a minor inconvenience. The show does his incredible job of making the blackout a character in itself. No phones, no radios, no coordination. Frank's task force is completely splintered, forcing our heroes to act on their own in a world that's getting more dangerous by the minute. And visually, it's stunningly claustrophobic. People are burning wood for light and heat, filling the air with this thick, choking smog that just adds to the feeling of impending doom. It's a literal and figurative darkness that sets the perfect stage for what comes next. So where do we find our heroine, Sarah Remnick? Right in the belly of the beast, the overwhelmed hospital. She's back with her son Luke, but she's also back at work, and her first day back is a doozy. In the ER, lit only by sputtering emergency generators, her sharp eyes land on a face she never expected to see, Dr. William Wigg. Now, for those who need a refresher, Dr. Wigg is one of the 6 remaining convicts, dubbed the Angel of Death. This guy is a brilliant but monstrous serial killer who poisoned 36 of his own patients and staff. And his plan here is just as cold and calculated as you'd expect. He's kidnapped a woman, drugged her to pose as her EMT, and is planning to use a scheduled medical helicopter as his getaway car. It's a brilliant, ruthless plan, but Sarah recognizes him from one of Frank's photos and sounds the alarm.
This guy, this medic, I feel like he's one of yours. I think I've seen him in one of your files.
In the chaotic, darkened halls, the authorities actually capture Wigg relatively easily. But, and this is a massive but, his custody is only the beginning of Frank's problems. In custody, Wigg reveals his trump card. He knows the location of Tim O'Bannon, the pilot from the crashed JPAT's plane. And he's still alive, but he's in critical condition with swelling brain, and Wigg has been keeping him alive in a storage container by administering meds every 8 hours. So Wigg makes his demand. He wants a specific safe deposit box from an out-of-state bank, and he wants the bank manager herself to deliver it. During a town-wide blackout that has grounded most air traffic, this is a monumental ask. Frank is now in an ethical vice. Does he allocate scarce, dangerous resources to meet the demands of a serial killer who murdered dozens, or does he risk letting the one man who knows the truth about the crash die?
I treated him. He's stable, somewhere safe.
But the clock is ticking.
To verify the claim, Frank is forced to consult with the one person whom I know, Havlock, and Havlock confirms it. The pilot is alive. This adds credibility to Wigg's story and tightens the vice around Frank's morality.
The pilot is still alive. At least he was when he was dragged into the woods. I hope you find him soon.
But while Frank is dealing with a serial killer, CIA agent Sidney Scofield is panicking about a different threat. She's desperate to get the decrypted hard drive from the motel back from the FBI. And in a moment of terrifying clarity, she reveals why. That drive contains malware that was used to bring down the plane in a targeted CIA assassination attempt. The target? Havlock. Everyone else on board was collateral damage, deemed expendable. And Sidney's fear is deeply personal. She confesses that she was the one who originally devised the strategy of cloning a random air disaster to carry out an untraceable kill. Now she's terrified she'll be the scapegoat for her own horrific creation.
Frank, that JPAT's crash wasn't a crash, it was a failed assassination attempt.
This is complemented by a gut-wrenching flashback to a mission she and Havlock ran in Ukraine. Their assignment was to take down a general, and part of the plan required killing an innocent local aid worker to deflect suspicion. Havlock refused. Point blank, he would not kill an innocent. Now, Sidney claims she was equally appalled, but her actions in the present suggest otherwise. This flashback is pivotal, guys. It systematically repositions Havlock from a mysterious, dangerous fugitive to a victim, a man with a moral core that was targeted for assassination by his own agency, precisely because he wouldn't cross that line. Back in the darkness of Fairbanks, Frank pulls off a miracle. He gets the safe deposit box delivered. They create a makeshift runway using the headlights of parked cars. It's an incredibly tense and surreal scene. The bank manager arrives, box in hand. It seems like Wigg has won. But then, the twist. The bank manager is revealed to be the mother of Wigg's first victim. She is not a pawn, she is an agent of vengeance. And as Wigg moves to take the box, she produces a weapon and shoots him dead on the spot. It's a sudden, brutal, and shockingly satisfying end to the procedural villain of the week. But before he dies, perhaps hoping for a last-minute trade, Wigg gives up the location of Tim O'Bannon. Frank and his team race to the storage container and find a pilot just in time. And his rescue delivers the final, seismic shift in the season's conspiracy.
What's in a storage unit at the Downing Company? 206 College Road, Unit 315.
Cole, do you copy?
Tim O'Bannon provides first-hand testimony. He confirms the CIA's sabotage, and he reveals the ultimate irony. Havlock, the intended target of the assassination, was the hero who intervened during the crash and was the sole reason anyone survived at all.
You saved the plane. That guy's the only reason anyone on board survived.
Let that sink in. The CIA tried to kill him, and in doing so, he ended up saving lives. This aligns perfectly with Sidney's confession and the Ukraine flashback. It confirms that Havlock is not the villain of this story. He's a protagonist carefully placing breadcrumbs for Frank to follow, allowing him to uncover the ugly truth. So what are we left with as a credits roll? The power's still out. Fairbanks is still on the brink. The drive is with the FBI. Sidney's nightmare is very much alive. And a living witness, O'Bannon is in custody, making the CIA's conspiracy vulnerable. And Frank's secret. The show continues to tease that handgun hidden in the Walter Coates Alaska book. What is Frank hiding? His own past is clearly going to become a major factor.
You moved it.
Move what?
I know it was hidden there. I saw it before.
This episode masterfully used a self-contained villain story to advance the larger, more sinister conspiracy. It completely redefined our understanding of Havlock and set the stage for an all-out war between Frank's pursuit of the truth and the CIA's desperate cover-up. What did you think? Was Wigg's demise satisfying? Are you now fully on Team Havlock? And what do you think is in that safe deposit box? Let me know all your theories down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows. Until next time, I'm Oliver, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.